stream. Hey, you want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
That big.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Did you ever see that bit with John Lovitz?
Yeah.
The most annoying man on Annoying Man?
Hey, don't make fun of John Lovitz like that.
He's a legend, man. When he passes, it's going to be a sad day. Because that's the only thing left for him now is just to die on a Tuesday, right? Like, oh, John Lovitz died. Like,
and then that little clip of him from the Critic will be playing in nauseam.
yeah, or...
Nothing
yeah,
of value was lost.
Right. Yeah,
that was a good show, by the way, though.
The Critic was very good, man. All right, let's stop the movie. Hold on.
Wah.
Actually, you know, we can get some more music. We can pretend to have a dumpster fire. Oh yeah.
Always dumpster fire time.
Oh yeah, here comes
Maybe
the
this
comments.
time we can actually get started with our stream and not have to wait 30 minutes because of a technical glitch.
That's right.
When
Last
we call
time
it the
was
dumpster.
shit.
Oh my God, bald.
Ugly. Bald and ugly. Yeah.
Meh.
All right.
Meh.
Who we got? Who we got on the line here? Is that Urinating Tree?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Probably gonna be Jake Paul. I don't know.
I think it's KSI. Maybe. I think we've got Barry Trotz on the line. Barry, you there?
I don't know. The dead air is trying to imitate Barry Trotz. It's not working out.
Well, you know, Barry Trotz and I have one thing in common. We're both unemployed. So...
Hey, Barry Trotz won himself a cup.
That's true. He's about to get paid. It's just a financial move. It has nothing to do.
Fair, they were talking about him retiring. A lot of grumbles with that, regardless of the result.
I heard that he was going to pack up his belongings and go to Africa and search for his neck. That's what... Mm-hmm.
How would he survive with this egg-headed shell?
I don't know. He'd have to get all his vaccinations, but Barry Trotz is Humpty Dumpty in actual form, and his shoulders are like someone that fell from the ceiling, like face first. Like his shoulders are up above his... He's like a turtle, a human turtle. You know? Yeah, I want it bald, and I want it now. All right, we got a variety of topics here. We are going to talk a little soccer because the whole world is watching it. We got to be good Americans. Pretend that we pay attention to what the world does. Phil Mickelson did some shit at the U.S. Open, and then some guy named Kapka won it. Kawhi Leonard wants to be traded, and
kind of knew that was coming.
Yeah, we'll get to that in the probably the second half. What is Mark Bergevin doing? I love that one. We'll talk about that as well, and then lastly, we'll wrap it up with a little MLB. Look at the standings and see who the pretenders are, who the contenders are. You know, we're almost halfway through the MLB season, and Bryce Harper sucks shit. So,
the entire national starting lineup is sucking shit.
Yeah, they suck ass. Why do you think the Braves are in first place? Fucking bullshit.
Look at the only ones who's really performing is Juan Soto.
Juan Soto.
And they're going to find a way to fuck him up because Nationals.
Yeah.
They are wasting that starting pitching core. That is sad.
Yeah, the baseball gods still hate the Nationals. Don't get things twisted. Like
they have that Montreal Expos stench.
Yeah.
Like no matter how much they build, they're going to find a way to fuck them. They're going to probably have them play the Cardinals again.
They're going to fuck them. That's right. Yep. Nah, man, they had that stacked team that one year against the Giants. They should have gotten past the Giants. That was...
As I said, more bullshit, man.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. God might have let them out of hell with the Capitals, but every other sport, you know, every other team is just as far... is actually farther away than the Caps were when they started. So... Caps were just chokers. The Skins... Oh,
You got Dan Snyder for at least another 20, 25 years.
Yep.
So good luck with that.
The Bullets, terrible. They're always going to be bottom dwellers. The Nats are chokers, just like the Caps. And that's it, man. All right, let's go to the first topic. Are you watching the World Cup, dude?
A little bit. Like at work, they'll have it on. I wasn't able to watch today, apparently, even though England barely got by Tunisia. And they're talking about how it's the greatest invasion since the Beatles.
Tunisia. That sounds like a girl's name, right? Like
It sounds like a land from Zelda. Tunisia.
Yes, we must conquer Tunisia and enslave their women. But Zelda doesn't do that, does he? I don't know.
I don't know.
He's not in it
Maybe
for the
he
pussy.
could. I couldn't tell you.
I thought, or Link. Link's in it for only one. He only wants to save one chick. He's not trying to rape and pillage, you know.
Yeah.
All right, so you're watching the World Cup, and obviously the U.S. isn't in it, and I feel like this World Cup must be what being a member of the Libertarian Party is during an election year, because we're just not in it, you know. So we got to find someone to root for. Who do you have anyone that you're rooting for at all?
I'm not really rooting for anybody because at the end of the day, I don't really have any stake in this sort of thing. I want laughter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but do you have like a relative or ancestry from a nation that you would adopt if they were in it?
Nah.
No. So your family hails from some tiny island in well,
they're like
Ireland.
Poland, Germany, and Italy. In Germany, they lost to Mexico.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Uh-huh.
Goddamn Mexico.
Yeah, that's right.
Still tying with Switzerland.
Uh-huh.
Lionel Messi.
Yeah, that was funny. And Iceland.
Goddamn Cristiano Ronaldo playing like the GOAT.
He is a stud, dude. He
Goddamn
devastated.
Hattie.
Yeah. He devastated the USA the last time we made it with that last second freaking assist. What was I going to say? Oh, the damn Mexicans. They must have seen the Germans and were like, you got a wall, man. They're not going to stop us, homie.
No, they're like, apparently, like, there was a German newspaper that said, like, don't worry, Mexico, we've already built a wall and it's in our net. Some weird shit like that came back to bite them in the ass.
Yeah. They're like, hey, Holmes, we see a wall every freaking day, man. Why do you think it don't cost money to cut your grass? Do you want to pick all these olives? That's what they were like. Like, all right, Germany, you go build those sports cars, man. Germany is too good, but you know what? Germany will win their next 2 games. And like last time, they tied Ghana last World Cup, and they still won it. So what I was getting at was Landon Donovan is getting paid by Wells Fargo to support Mexico. I want to know your thoughts on that. Is he a cuck or what?
He's just trying to get paid. And to be fair, U.S. soccer's a joke, so whatever. They should technically have Bruce Arena openly rooting for Trinidad and Tobago because they made him his bitch.
Yeah.
So I'd say at least.
Trinidad's not in it, though. I guess you're rooting for Panama or Costa Rica.
Honduras.
You know what's really...
I don't know if Honduras made it.
Honduras. I don't think they made it. I think the CONCACAF representatives were Panama, Costa Rica, and... Mexico. CONCACAF. My thing is I think it's just really shitty of Wells Fargo to be like, hey, Mexicans, you have never heard about us opening up fake accounts in our customers' names. You guys should bank with us, and we're going to pay Landon Donovan to support that.
Right.
That's Wells Fargo. And what's
It's
funny
like,
is
please, drug cartels, invest in us.
Right.
We're not going to tell where you got your money. Swear.
Right. Look, we need more. We need just more deposits. So just ignore we'll just look the other way. That your money came in rolls of hundreds with rubber bands.
With some bloodstains on it. No big deal.
Right.
Whatever.
With cocaine all over the rubber bands, some Pablo Escobar, which I know they're Colombian. It's different. They're not all the same.
They're still going to die. Who cares?
That's right.
There's no worth of making money without the blood of your enemies on it. And that's what they get.
What is best in life, right?
Yes, exactly.
Right. All right, my thing is...
your enemies to see them fall before you and to hear the lamentation of the women.
That's right.
Every time.
Every time. So, I guess... I think the reason... Okay, so you go to a bar, right, to go watch soccer, say. How many people are there that are Americans that are wearing some, like, a Germany jersey or a Spain jersey? And you're like, dude, your name's Fred,
There were a lot of people at my bar for Spain, Portugal.
Were they actually Portuguese?
Some of them were Portuguese. Some of them were just people watching soccer.
But they are such bandwagons that they're wearing Spain jerseys?
Well, some of them were Spain jerseys. Some of them were rooting. It was like 80 Spain, 20 Portugal. That's like how I felt it was.
You know why that is?
And to be fair, like if the U.S. were in the World Cup, no one would give a shit. I'd be like, yeah, they're going to blow the fuck out.
Yeah, it's true. We would be out of it by now. We would have lost our first game 0-3 like Panama did, But my theory is on why you see that when you go to a bar and all these Americans are repping other countries is because we suck at soccer.
Well, when you rely on goddamn the second coming of Bruce Arena,
right.
You aren't getting shit. I'm sorry.
Right.
Everyone's going to say, like, oh, you can't, like Mexico was robbed by Honduras because of a faulty goal. It's like, if you don't want to deal with that shit, don't lose to Trinidad.
Right. When you beat Panama 4-0 the week before, and all you had to do was beat Trinidad. And Klinsmann's squad that made it the year before, they barely qualified too. Like, we should dominate everybody except for Mexico. We should kill everybody.
Well, that doesn't matter because, you have a bunch of old guys. Mm-hmm. You have a bunch of, that old-time, stubborn mentality. And you have one guy carrying the team, Christian Pulisic.
Mm-hmm. What happened to those... Oh, go ahead.
What was that, man?
What happened to Yeldon and Altidore and all those... and
Josie Altidore? He's fucking old, man.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, what happened? Like, Yeldon, wasn't he supposed to be good? Did something happen to him? He's like...
Yeah. You know who was else supposed to be like a generational talent? Freddie Adu. Whatever the fuck happened to him. All right, he sucks.
He's still... the thing with Freddie Adu, like, he's still
he's still playing.
He's like 18.
Like third... he's like in the third tier of like the Finnish soccer league or something like that last time I checked.
Right, but he was discovered when he was like 6 years old. Like, everyone's like, oh, Freddie Adu. Like,
it's like 12 years old. He's going to be like, this is going to be the greatest player ever. And he's like, he never developed after that. It's like, shit.
Yeah, he was shit. So the thing is, you don't see those people repping other countries when, say, an international basketball tournament is on, right? Because everyone's like,
of course, because like all the good players are from America. People follow players in basketball, not teams.
Mm-hmm. But everyone's wearing USA jerseys when it's basketball. Like, oh yeah, we're kicking the world's ass now. Repping.
It's because guess who they have? They have LeBron and Steph Curry and Kevin Durant and like. The only ones you're not really going to have on there are like Nowitzki and the Greek Freak and Ben Simmons, guys like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's sad that we just dominate the world in one thing and we just don't give a shit about soccer. I think when we finally win the World Cup, it's going to be a wonderful celebration for us to cross off the list that we are the best in the world. We're finally the best in the world at the gayest sport.
Football can be interesting every once in a while. I mean, you get like the people that dive and like go really crazy over shit, but it's like, You got Zinedine Zidane, whatever his name is.
Yeah, he
Zidane,
headbutted the dude.
Headbutting that motherfucker in the 2006 World Cup.
Because the guy insulted his sister. That's what's up, Don't Feed Phil. Anyways, no, I actually like soccer. I think it's a great game as long as there's action. Like as long as they're pressing up and trying to score. But when they start passing back to the goalie, I'm just like, oh, okay, this is gay.
Well, that's American soccer, though.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, our women, okay, yeah, so our women dominate. Thank you, Manuel, to say that right there. And nobody gives a shit. But that proves that if America put our...
People kind of give a shit about women's soccer.
Yeah.
It's like people kind of give a shit about women's tennis.
I give a shit about women's softball in the NCAA because the camera is always from behind and the pitcher's usually bringing it, if you know what I mean. Bringing that low heat, you know. My wife's always
going for those underhanded tosses.
Yep. Mm-hmm. My wife's always asking, "Why are you watching softball?" I'm like, "It's a really clean technical game." I'm like, "Nah, those pants are tight on the pitcher." You know?
Hey, there's nothing wrong with softball, bud. You know
right.
that.
Yeah, softball
nothing
butt.
Wrong.
Softball
good old softball butt.
Unless you get some large behemoth out there that can just throw heat, you know, and then you're like, I don't think I can watch softball. I'm going to have to watch the World Cup now.
Wow.
All right, anyways, I'm not rooting for anybody in this World Cup. I want to see interesting games, and I want to see small nations with GDPs less than Rhode Island, like, get as far as possible. That's what I want to see.
I want to see a situation where I just laugh my ass off again, like Germany versus Brazil. That was gold.
Oh, my God.
If you remember correctly.
What?
Like, because, like, Brazil, like, threw untold billions of dollars to allow FIFA to, like run over their countries in the World Cup so they could celebrate it in their country. Build a fucking super stadium in the middle of nowhere in Manaus. And then, like, that's the equivalent of, like, throwing, like, a super billion-dollar stadium in, like, fucking Pueblo, New Mexico.
Right. And then they allowed them to do to bend them over like 4 years later for the Olympics. Like they just.
I think it was a couple years. Yeah, it was 2 years after that, or 2 years before, 2 years after.
2 years or so. I don't know. Brazil was a real doll for both the IOC and FIFA back to back. They were just like, all right, just put it in every orifice, and we'll talk back, you know, and we'll just let you.
Yep, and that's why Brazil has massive economic issues right now, and their government was thrown on its ass.
Yeah, well, they've never had a good, like, social structure in Brazil. It's just,
if you remember people saying, like, 5 to 10 years ago, people were saying Brazil was going to be the next superpower of the world.
Yeah, but they don't have, like, the work ethic of, like, a China. You know what I mean? Like, it's a cultural thing where they're just like, yeah, we're going to work from, like... I know a couple friends that I have a friend that just came back from Brazil, and he said that country is so fucked up. Like, beyond fucked up.
Well, there are a lot of countries that can be lazy like that, man.
Yeah.
America's like that, too, in some regards.
Brazil's amazing, though. Like, people will just double, triple park and not move and just be like, fuck you, you know? Like, and their traffic laws are insane. There's always scams and corruption. Like, you think that America sucks? Just my buddy that lived in Brazil for 2 years was like, this is the worst shit ever. Literally.
Well, that's why, like, 90% of the country is favelas.
That's right. Well, you must watch... You must have watched City of God and Elite Squad, like, back to back, right?
Honestly, no, but...
City of God, one of the greatest movies ever, though, by the way. Lil Zay, have you seen it?
No, I have not.
Oh, dude.
Excuse me.
That is much watch cinema. Kids shooting each other at point blank range. That's, it's great. All right. I think we're going to move on from the World Cup. What do you guys think? You guys want to talk more soccer? You know what? Yeah, just like you, I do want to see some type of disaster where a huge superpower just gets fucked raw.
Yep, and then I can make a video about it and be like, "Well, congratulations."
Congratulations.
And then we all have a fun laugh about it, and then we go about our daily lives.
Yep. Yeah. You know what? I wish I could do more racist stuff, but it's just people frown on that, you know. But I have to come up with puns, you know, like the Russians were Putin on a good show.
Ha 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 ha.
Someone said the World Cup was on, so I ran. Sorry. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what's worse, Saudi Arabia getting owned by Russia or their human rights laws.
Yeah, I think they played like Shiite in the first round, and their outlook wasn't very Sunni.
Dad jokes. Love them.
When does did y'all see that tweet that I sent out? When does a bad joke become a dad joke? When it becomes apparent.
Everything becomes a dad joke in time. That's why your son, he'll eventually convert to the dad joke sooner rather than later.
He will.
We all become old and out.
Yeah, man. It's like, I don't want to die. Like, I'm just going to see where this thing goes, you know? I'm just going to get older if I can. You know, I
can see you being like 80, 85 years old, just shit posting on the internet.
Yeah.
Whatever, the future YouTube's going to be, or if, corporations haven't killed off the little guy's right to make videos.
Look, how many years is that? 40 years in the future, they'll be able to read my mind, and I'll just tweet out my thoughts. I'll just think this shit. I'll be like, the Mets haven't won a World Series in 68 years. Yeah. And then we'll all be interconnected in some Matrix type shit. Back in my day. Mm-hmm. That's
the
right.
New York Mets, 50 years of failure.
Actually, you know what? The world doesn't change so little in 50 years. Doesn't really change much. We're still going to be driving cars.
It kind of changed a little bit.
All we do now from 50
Well, now
years.
we have smartphones, and now we have the internet.
All right. Let's roll back.
Mass-produced internet, GPS.
Right.
Cosmetic improvements.
The only difference is that we look down at our phones all the time. We can pretty much dial up porn on demand, right? You don't need a little 8mm film. And, that's about the only difference. The cars look pretty much the same.
Well, the cars now, instead of being box colored, now they're curved.
That's right.
That is progression.
And they're made out of fiberglass.
Soon enough, we will, instead of looking down on our phones, we'll just be looking up in a massive VR system. And then we'll be able to just look at porn and nobody will notice.
Yeah, well, we'll just get the porn piped in. Don't feed Phil. 5 points. You forgot to talk about when Donovan tried to guilt trip Mexican Americans to root for Mexico. Okay.
What's the matter, Mexico? Do you hate America?
Yeah, that's right.
Hate your own country?
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on me again. That's right. Mm-hmm. Who's that? Who am I doing there?
Foghorn Leghorn? I don't know.
Foghorn Leghorn.
I say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on you some more.
I think Foghorn Leghorn was built on an old, an old massa, like a slave massa. That's who I think that voice is based off of. And super racist.
Well, dude, everything's fucking racist. But the shit back then was pretty more racist than usual.
Dude, the cartoons back in the day were super racist. They had that one with the black crows, and they're just...
No, that was Dumbo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Black crows on that. It's you're not getting away with that shit nowadays.
Yeah. And we're not going to do any of that, but still, how are you going to do that? And then they had racist cartoons and ads, people dressed up in blackface.
Yeah, just don't talk about Song of the South.
Yeah.
Do not talk about Song of the South, or else Disney will literally hunt you down, find you, and kill you.
I can. They had what? That's all the stuff against the South, the Asians, right? They're like, number one son, bullshit like that. And then
in World War II, there was massive Asian American racism. Massive.
Yeah. Well, they stole.
They would literally just call them names on the fucking cartoons.
Right. Goddamn slanty eyes! Like they had billboards support the war against the slanty eye, like huge billboards in L.A. and shit, and everyone's like, yeah, fuck that fucking Japanese. And then meanwhile, there's Japanese Americans I'm Japanese, right?
Well, actually, those ones got thrown in internment camps, if you remember correctly.
My dad told me, so my dad was in the military. He said the reason why they did that because the Japanese Americans were quite wealthy and they wanted to steal their stuff. And so they used it as a guise, this alarmism to steal their shit because they owned a lot of businesses that were profitable, obviously. And, that's kind of fucked up what they did. Hey, we don't want people to buy war bonds. We'll just steal the gook stuff. That's how it was.
Well, yeah, that too. I mean, that's how most people work. Like, if you see somebody richer, you're gonna go after them, and then take their shit and make them poor
under the guise of nationalism, right?
Nationalism or civic pride or civic duty or whatever you want to do.
You know, it works every day still. All right, so let's talk about this. I'm going to pivot to Phil Mickelson playing with his own balls. Did you hear about this?
Yeah, he apparently ran for his own ball and just started whacking it.
Yeah, he was whacking his balls. All right, college girls in yoga pants. Thank you. By the way, those yoga pants smell like shit. You know that? When they do 2 hours of yoga in some nasty yoga pants. Smells like fermented yeast up in there.
Oh, it's mine.
Yep. Anyway, but it looks hot, you know. All right, so Phil Mickelson, everyone's been talking about, should he have been DQ'd? You know what my take is on that? What my hot take is on that? Who gives a fuck?
Well, golf, it's like their version of unwritten rules, if you remember correctly. Nowadays, everyone's saying it was treasonous and it should have been disqualification and being banned, and it's dude, no, it's fucking golf. It's annoying as the retaliation in baseball or the good old boys clubs of hockey or that shit. It's that unwritten rule bullshit that nobody likes, and it's just fuck it. It's really all it comes down to.
You know what was really disappointing about the U.S. Open was how bad Tiger Woods is. And people are like, I don't think he'll win a major. I don't think he'll ever win a tournament again, period.
People were still saying, his odds were pretty good. It's it's Tiger Woods is going to be a severe contender for the U.S. Open. It's nope.
Because Vegas knows that get-in-the-hole guy is gonna put money on Tiger. They're just same guy that yells get in the hole off a drive is gonna put money on Tiger. I'll bet money on Tiger. He'll win. He's just Tiger.
Of course, they do that every time, even though Tiger's past his prime, and I mean he's still okay, but he's not the dominating force he was 15 years ago.
He could.
And even then, it was back then it was golf was pretty much like the NBA in terms of. There's Tiger Woods in 200 versions of you're fucked. That's really all it came down to.
Vegas used to take action on Tiger. It was him versus the field. That's how good. They would take bets like that, and they would still lose money because Tiger would win.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah, the price is wrong, bitch. Oshawott man. That's the greatest scene in a movie ever is when Happy Gilmore fights Bob Barker, I would say. I don't want a PC. I want the whole thing. All right, so I'm done with Phil Mickelson. I don't give a fuck, really. It was a shitty tournament. Even my dad was like, why do they suck so bad? I was like, Dad, they put concrete over the greens and they rolled it out over with artificial turf. That's
Shinnecock Hills.
Shinnecock.
Cock.
Shinnecock. All right. This is what I want to talk about. This will probably take a while. Talk about Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi. As Avery Johnson would say.
Kawhi Leonard.
He's a defensive player that plays offensively. Kawhi Leonard.
He's just going to fake injury. Apparently, I'm hearing a rumor that Sacramento Kings might be going after him.
It'd be a very San Antonio thing to trade him to a team for 8 draft picks, you know.
You're
just
probably
to
going to
be
go for the second overall pick and De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, and just be like, yeah, figure out your way to the Lakers, Dick. That's what they're going to do. Is just be like, yeah.
I mean, don't be shocked if they do. Like,
They're going to send him to hell so that he has to wait like everybody else to become a free agent. So, I don't know. I don't think this is a trade where LeBron can orchestrate shit. Like, I don't think it's one of those things. I think he gets traded to like Utah or anybody that has picks. And yeah, you're right, Cristiano, you're Ronaldo. If the Spurs do get picks, they usually turn them into quality players. They didn't have picks forever. And then they freaking used it and got Kawhi when everybody slept on it. So they know how to evaluate talent. Them Spurs. But I don't think Pop is going to be around much longer. Whoa. What are you doing, man? Oh, he's getting a beer. He's getting a beer, everybody. It's time to get warmed up. Freaking urinating trees in the house. All right. So say Kawhi does play with LeBron. Does that make them a contender? Well, I mean, LeBron with anybody is a contender.
Well, Kawhi, Paul George, and LeBron. At that rate, there's no multi-ball option, but at that rate, it's going to be Golden State versus Los Angeles versus... well, versus like whatever jobber the East offers up.
The Celtics. You know, the Celtics could be competitive if they get Kyrie back, right? And Gordon Hayward's surgically repaired leg, you know. And then what's it? Jason Tatum, you know, LeBron's offspring. They could lose in 5 games to whoever the West comes up with, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and then basically, if LeBron leaves the East, that gives Philadelphia, you're right, a free pass into the conference finals, because you know, because Toronto's certainly not gonna fucking get
Toronto
there.
ain't doing shit.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah, Damian Lillard. No, wait. I'm sorry.
No, you're thinking of Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, I'm thinking, Lowry and DeRozan.
Portland ain't doing shit.
Yeah, they are the Harden and Chris Paul of the East. You know, just a bunch of guys.
At least Harden and Chris Paul didn't embarrass themselves in the 3rd round.
That's true.
What the fuck?
That's true. They didn't get swept. They almost beat the fucking Warriors. That would have been an upset, but Adam Silver was like, shoot Chris Paul in the back with the tranquilizer dart. Make sure it gets him.
It's like, you know how it is. It's like a Hillary Clinton conspiracy. It's a convenient suicide via 3 bullets to the back of the head.
That's right. What did Chris Paul know about the Warriors?
Mm-hmm. What did Chris Paul know about Benghazi?
That's right.
What did Chris Paul know about the meme?
Yeah, that's right. He just left him. You know what? Chris Paul left his teammates out there to die. You know, he kept calling for support. He was like, "We need players here," and they just killed him off. Basket Ghazi, that's right, or Bang Ghazi. I'm surprised the porn hasn't come out called Bang Ghazi, and just, you know.
Don't give them ideas.
Right. Shaving Ryan's private.
It'll be like Hillary Clinton with a strap on. Just no. No.
Yeah, no. She can lick my inaugural balls. That's right. Let's see. What do we got here? Let's talk some hockey, because I do like what people are talking about. Number 1, Barry Trotz resigns after leading his band of misfits and... No, wait, that was the Golden Knights. Leading his band of chokers. I mean, now Stanley Cup champions.
Yes, and it's sad for the world of memes. Still, it's
right.
Terrible. But
yeah, he slayed the memes. Slayed them.
Yes, he slayed him with the dragon. He slayed him with his egghead, and out of his brain he unleashed the great sword and stabbed that meme dragon right in its chest.
Yep. he chased those memes down like the hot lap before practice. You know, he was like, I'm gonna catch these memes, and I'm gonna do it. And then now that he's a Stanley Cup champion, he just quits.
To be fair, though, Washington's always had a coach waiting in the wings, and Todd Reardon. They've always liked him. Even though I'm not a fan of him because he was part of that, like, those disastrous final Bilesma years, and he was in charge of a defense that sucked dick. But
yeah. So you want to put the guy in that is probably most directly responsible for all their failure over the guy that sat down with Alex Ovechkin and was like, hey, Dick, can you play defense?
It's like, fuck you, we're going to win a cup.
Right.
Really what it came down to.
Yeah. I think the story is that when he first came to Washington, he was like, I want you to give me a list of 8 things that you want to do, Ovechkin. He like sat down with him, and then I think he categorically went through each one. Is like, yeah, this is not going to win you a cup. Like, this is not going to win you a cup. I could just be making shit up, but that's what I heard, you know. And so now he's out, and what I heard was that he was only going to make $1.6 million next year or something like that.
Yeah, like he got like a slight raise, and apparently he got it before Mike Babcock got that mega deal.
Mm-hmm. But that's amazing that in his contract he only had a $300,000 bonus for winning the cup. Like, I guess he never expected for that to actually happen. He was like, oh, yeah, royalties. Throw those in the contract, right? We don't need those.
Well, it's Leonsis. What do you expect, man?
Well, when he signed the contract, coaches weren't getting paid like Babcock, right?
Yeah, and then Toronto and Buffalo went into a bidding war, and Toronto threw shitloads of money at him.
And now Barry Trotz wants to he's like, I've got something that very few people have, a ring on my fucking finger. He's like, who's active that has jewelry right now? Besides what, Sullivan,
Babcock. Laviolette has one.
Quinville.
Yep, Quenville. Daryl Sutter isn't active, so he doesn't. I'd probably say, well, Hitchcock technically did before he retired.
Before he went off to the forest.
Yeah, went off to the forest and did his own little thing.
Who else?
Claude Julien.
Oh, yeah, Julien, but come on, does that count?
Kinda.
Yeah.
He allowed Vancouver to riot, so I'll give him credit for that.
That's true. Okay, so we got a handful of coaches that have a ring, and Trotz is gonna be like, hey, you need me to fix your shit franchise? I took the most cursed franchise. He's like Theo Epstein or whatever, Joe Madden. Like, he's gonna get a job no matter where he goes now. He's gonna become a retread coach with like Pete Laviolette. That's it.
Laviolette's at least okay.
The
thing is, like, if a place needs defensive structure, it's like, you fuckers block shots, he'll go. Like, I'm hearing the Islanders a lot, which could make sense. Got old man Lou Lamoriello over there, and it's like the Islanders are already celebrating their version of a cup by getting rid of Garth Snow. It's like, okay, let's go hire a coach, and let's bring back John Tavares.
That's right.
Because, you know, if Ovi can get a cup, John Tavares needs a cup.
Tavares is not the player that Ovi is.
Well, Tavares is pretty good.
He's good, but he's peaking. I think he's peaked. Oh, by the way, we forgot Torts has a ring.
Yeah, Tortorella. Fuck that guy.
Fucking Tortorella.
Fucking choker.
Fucking yeah. He is well, they won. You're saying choker.
Yeah, well, they haven't won in Columbus. And they had him right by the throat, and they failed.
You said Columbus. That's all you needed to say. Columbus is not going to win if Scotty Bowman's on the fucking bench. They fucking suck. All right. Let's talk about this Bergevin. The fuck is
Mark Bergevin? Well, the thing with Bergevin is Max Domi might not look like the ultimate French Canadian, but you have to remember his father, Ty Domi, was the epitome of grit, the epitome of veteranosity. He was always punching people in the face, and he's hoping his son can be like that too.
Then why don't they
maybe a playmaker that only scores 9 goals, or those on an empty net, but they're probably going to turn him into a center, and he'll fail miserably just like Drouin.
Why don't they sign Ryan Bork if that's the case? If they want kids of superstars, like why can't they do that? Or who else has a kid that's in the league? I keep forgetting. Forsberg, does he have kids? No.
For DeBrusque.
To Chuck. Matthew.
Jake DeBrusque, Louis DeBrusque.
Christian Juice, whose dad was a NHLer.
Yeah, Louis DeBrusque. He was an old goon.
Yeah.
Sucked.
Yeah. Keith. Yep. And Max Domi, yeah. I don't see why you get rid of your most dynamic scorer, but I hear that Galchenyuk was kind of a bitch.
They were chucking him under a fire for like a year. You had like old GMs of the Habs going out saying like, "Oh yeah, he's got drug problems." Like, really, go fuck off.
Smear.
You don't know a damn thing, Trombley. You ran your best player out of town because of your massive ego. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, exactly. 1 year ago, Galchenyuk was touted as like, "Oh, he's the next like Ovechkin," like he's our guy. I'm like, well, I guess it's kind of like if you are on a desert island and there's only one woman there, that can score goals, then you're going to think that one woman is hot. And then when you get onto the mainland and you're like, oh, this woman is a bloated pig. No, I mean, Galchenyuk I thought was good. He's better than Max Domi. That's one thing for sure.
Thing is, Max Domi profiles more as a playmaker. Yeah. And what Montreal needs are goal scorers. They need centers.
Right.
They need people that can put the puck in the net.
They need a guy
named Galchenyuk, I mean, as much as he's underachieved and disappointed, he's still a 30-goal scorer.
It's true. And then now you take an even more inept. You make their offense pretty much more inept than what they were before. I don't know. I think they're in full tank mode. I think they're going to just dump Carey Price when they get a chance. And just
Who's going to take on that contract, though? You're going to have to do 50% retention. It's the only way.
Maybe he just gets old and retire. Maybe him and Hank Lundqvist retire together and start a goalie camp in Toronto and get rich off of it. Two guys that should have Stanley Cups, right? Like, instead...
Lundqvist should have a cup.
Oh, yeah. Instead, Niemi has a fucking cup because he had a great fucking team in front of him,
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Instead, Matt Murray has 2 cups, Matt Murray. I don't know.
Cam Ward has a cup.
Oh, my God. That is probably the worst starter.
Antti Niemi.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's what I said.
Niemi
has one.
Fucking...
Who was the Ducks goalie when they won it?
That was, Jonas Hiller.
Yeah, Jonas Hiller.
Jonas Hiller has a cup. Fucking... Chris Osgood has 3.
Oh yeah, well, Osgood was like, "Hey, dude, he's like the guy that just minds the phones back at the office. Like, hey, we're gonna go out and fucking kick ass. Just answer the phone, okay? That's all you got to do." So Osgood, just sit in the net. We want to give the impression that there's a goalie in the net. Yeah, Jaguar does. Does he have a ring?
I don't think Jaguar does.
Oh, no, yeah. No, they're saying
he was one of the few guys to win a Conn Smythe on a losing team.
No, they're saying the room's saying it was. No, wait, is it Jaguar? I don't know. This is gonna be.
Oh, Jaguar, Hextall. I'm forgetting who else.
Brzgalov, didn't he? Does he have?
Brzgalov, I think, was the backup.
Really? So Brzgalov has a ring.
Yeah, he was the backup on the Ducks that year.
Holy shit. So Jaguar was the goalie in 2007 is what they're saying.
So I wasn't
we have to look it up. See, hold on. Anaheim Mighty Ducks. That's the great thing. This is the future now. We have
Jonas Hiller was the year after.
See.
That's what I'm thinking.
All right. See, this is the future.
Yep, it was Jaguar.
We have every piece of information available to us to argue. All right, so it was Jaguar. That's right. Mm-hmm. And then Jaguar ended up...
The thing about it, Henrik Lundqvist isn't going to get his name on a cup. Goddamn, the Sedin twins aren't going to get their name on a cup. It's looking like a Ginla's not going to get a name on a cup. Just same as Jumbo Joe or Patrick Marleau. Mm-hmm. Yeah, goddamn Kevin Porter, who played 41 games for the Penguins and had like 3 points and was fucking terrible, gets his name etched on the cup. That's an injustice, man.
Tom Wilson is going to get his fucking name on the cup. And so is Brooks Orpik again. Again! Yep. Fucking Brooks Orpik. How many rings does Orpik have?
Just 2.
Just 2. He's got 2. That's 2,000% more than Henrik Lundqvist. Kunitz has 5. Is that true?
Yep, Kunitz, actually 4.
4? I think it's
because he had won 1 with Anaheim and then 3 with the Pens.
Kunitz has 4. Carl Swagelin has 2. And
Hagelin's pretty good.
Yeah, I thought he would never.
Castle's got 2.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's a Ranger.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of Rangers have their chance and they fucking blew it.
Yeah. Well. Oh, Matt Cook's name is on the cup. Can that be ground off? Like,
nah. Well, take off Ken Linsman's and Tom Wilson's, and we got a deal.
All right, we'll trade Matt Cook for Ken Linsman. Chris Draper has 4. Doesn't McSorley? Does Marty McSorley have? Did he win?
I think he was with the Oilers for a couple years, so yes, his name is on.
Yeah. Does Todd Bertuzzi? Did he win 1?
I don't think he did.
Yeah, I know. Golly,
McSorley did not.
McSorley played for a lot of squads, man. Holy.
Yeah, he played for the Pens twice. I keep forgetting that. He played for the Pens when they were fucking horrible and tanking, and then they brought him back in 92-93 to try and protect Mario, and it failed.
Yep, and then he played for the Kings. That's where he got arrested for hitting someone in the back of the head with his stick.
That was the Bruins.
Yep.
That was his last year.
No.
He hit Donald Brashear.
He played until 2000. He played for the Rangers, the Sharks, the Oilers, and the Bruins. He played 19 years. And
I said he was around a while.
Yeah. Yeah, and then, 93, they got to the finals. No, I don't think he's won a cup. No, he did. 86, 87.
Yep, the Oilers.
Yep.
Told you, he was Gretzky's protector.
Was Gretzky on the ice then, or was that the one where Messier and company
No, that was like 89-90.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was involved in that Gretzky trade.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. Gretzky was the captain of that squad. Hey, man, you don't have the internet. You've just got tree knowledge. You're not cheating over there. All right. Let's talk a little baseball. Let's wrap it up.
Baseball.
We're talking baseball. Have you ever heard that racist thing that Howard Stern used to do?
No, I do remember the Colin Cowherd quote. It's like, oh, the third of the league is Dominican. It's like,
yeah, well, you know that song, We're Talking Baseball, and they list off like Joe DiMaggio and Duke, the Duke, you know, they sing it all like, well, somebody did like a racist version where they just Eduardo Alfonso and then it ends with a racial epitaph, and it's like not cool. But anyways, it's funny if you're alone and not around other people. You know, that's how racism works, right? You know.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, everyone's racist in private, and then you know what's funny is when you go to a new city and you get into it with a cab driver who's like a foreigner, and then you're like, hey man, like I always ask them like where they're from, and they always like, oh yeah, I'm from Ethiopia or you know some odd place like China or something like that, or you know. Madagascar, and I was just like, oh, that's great, man, when'd you come over here? And they'll be like, oh yeah, I've been here for 30 years. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, America's great, you know, it's a land of opportunity. And then like no later than 10 minutes later, they'll say some low-key super racist shit. Like they'll be like, oh yeah, man, fucking this one guy is just like, you got a fucking Chinese people, every time they get in my cab, they don't pay me for shit. I'm just like, whoa, wow.
That sounds about right. There are stereotypes for every goddamn religion.
Do you know where racism
Indian
exists?
people don't tip.
Right. But you know where racism exists? Other fucking countries. Like, America...
dude, everybody's racist. Like, dude, that's inevitable.
America...
Everybody has a centrism towards, like, every other race. Like...
Right. But America...
It's not just white people, it's black people, it's Asian people, it's Latinos.
No, but I would say America, if you just walk out on the street in the right places, is the least racist probably experience you'll ever, besides like Europe, because I think they're racist in Europe. I just didn't understand what they were saying. But like, I know people that would come over and like, this chick was from Yugoslavia, I guess when it was still united, and she was, I guess, Serbian. She was like, yeah, the fucking Albanians. I'm like, what? like the Albanians and like don't, like, it's just everyone's like super racist against you. Like, my mom's from Thailand, they make fun of Laotians like to no end, and the Laotians hate the Thais, and I'm just like, this is like open in your face racism. But in America,
they do that to everybody.
Yeah, but you just
it's
don't...
South Africa,
right?
Going off about killing whitey.
But you don't experience it because you can't understand what the Thai people are saying. I can pick out maybe 5 or 6 words.
You're just like, that guy's talking to me. Right, some of the most offensive shit you've ever heard about being stupid American and all that.
I should talk slow and very loud to this foreigner that's talking to me. Do you understand? Like, the dude's like, dude, I'm from fucking Long Beach. Like, what do you...
Yeah, and they punch you right in the fucking... and you punch him right in the mouth.
Right. Anyways, yeah, South Africa was hecka racist. Apartheid was racist. All right, let's look at the baseball standings. Let's stop talking about racism before our stream gets touched down.
Yeah, we're going to get taken down again anyway. It's like, whatever. You'll throw some NBA stream up, and then we'll get ratted out.
Well, I guess it's not a copyright violation to have, baseball standings here in the background.
It is. MLB will probably come after you.
Yeah.
Because that's how it always happens.
Yep. All right, so the Sox looks like they're in first place by half a game. They're playing pretty good. Yankees are doing okay.
Yeah, it's Yankees, Red Sox, and the AL East. It's quite a surprising revelation.
Yep. Orioles are scraping the bottom like a clam on the...
Orioles are fucking trash.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I don't even know if they're even going to get out of this rebuild or if they even want to rebuild. They were supposed to be competing for a playoff spot this year. At least they thought they were going to compete for a playoff spot.
You know what happened with the O's is Peter Angelos got all salty that they let the Nationals come into D.C., and he's been like a codger hermit since. Like he's
like, stop giving a fuck. It's like, man, I got my money.
Yeah.
Because he gets like a nice cut from MASN on DC's broadcast, too. So it's like, whatever.
Like, yeah, they paid for me. Yep. I had to, and he was such a cock blocker for the Nats coming in, just like Jack. But at the same time, Jack Kent Cook fucking cock blocked the Ravens for years. So I think it was turnabout was fair play, but it still at the same time, fucking Angelos blocked the Nats from coming in for years. All right, so the Indians looks like they're, really the Tigers are done. Miggy's gone. The Twins are shit.
Well, the AL Central's like the worst division in baseball right now. The Indians are probably going to win by default, even though they suck because they have no bullpen.
Right.
Their whole bullpen's like injured or a mess.
Right. They'll have an October to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Mm-hmm.
They're going to fucking blow it like they always do.
Yep. All right, the Mariners are really surprising here. 20
Of course,
games
they're
over.
not punching the fans in the dick. I thought they'd do it by now. I thought they'd be like, yep, we suck. I thought they'd do that, but it's like they're winning. And it's like, oh my God.
I don't think they're owned by Nintendo anymore. That's the thing. They're just like, all right, we got rid of the Wii.
Well, they aren't run like a goddamn clown show. They're not dealing with Jax Durensic and his fake analytics, and they're not rushing their prospects to oblivion and fucking them up.
Right. Or Bill Bavasi just fucking trading away everybody for nothing. Like,
Yep. You're not trading Heathcliff Slocum for Derek Lowe and Jason Veritek.
That's right. D Lowe. I forgot about D. I forgot about Heathcliff Slocum if you got him. Yeah. That's a Chris Berman reference right there. The A's are at 500, so it looks like the Mariners and the Yankees are going to battle it out for the wild card.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting.
The A's aren't bad. They're just not good enough to make the playoffs. It's like, there.
Yeah, there.
They'll probably hit third because the Angels are fucked because Shohei Ohtani is going to be out till the next decade.
Is Mike Trout going to be one of those players that, like, is the Bryce Harper of the AL? You know?
Well, Mike Trout's getting paid, but, like, at this point, it's like you're wasting him. It is sad. You have no pitching.
Mm-hmm. Pitching is a commodity, though, man. It's hard. It's hard to get good pitching. It's not a commodity. I'm sorry, it's a rarity.
Well, you can throw money at pitching, but then they suck.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you give Trevor Bauer like a lots of money. All right, let's go to the NL. Braves are in first. The Mets are a dumpster fire. It's always.
I should make another video on them for Bobby Bonilla Day.
You should. You got to
be a good celebration.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's because dude, you kind of knew they were gonna disappoint everyone despite having no expectations whatsoever.
I didn't think
it's like 11-1, and then we go 17-37.
I didn't think they would even do 11-1. Like I always start every year with a tweet that says the march to 500 begins today. I didn't know it was going to be.
They're not even going to be 500.
Oh no, they're fucking terrible.
Everybody's injured again. They're wasting the peak season of Jacob deGrom.
Yeah,
and their bullpen's fucking trash.
Mm-hmm. And Syndergaard is on the DL.
Yeah, but you got Joey Bats. Joey Bats.
Joey Bats.
Remember that time when he hit a home run against Texas like a couple years ago? Those were good times. And now he's just striking out left and right, and they're making him play second base.
We got Todd Frazier and his clone Jay Bruce. I could not honestly tell if Jay Bruce and Todd Frazier were. Have they ever been seen in the line?
Different batting stances. That's really about it.
Yeah. Have you ever seen batting stance guy?
And then you got Adrian Gonzalez for like 2 months, and then you realize he sucked.
And released him.
A year after half the rest of the league realized that.
Right.
Then you would probably bring in maybe Hanley Ramirez. 10, you're still competitive. Mm-hmm. Actually, is K-Rod still a free agent?
You know, we should sign him and then maybe bring back Vince Coleman. I'm thinking.
I don't know. Tell you what, you're still paying Bobby Bonilla, right?
Yeah, we should pay Mo Vaughn.
For a little bit?
Yeah. We got to call up Tebow. You're right, Mark Lou.
Yeah, Tim Tebow. Isn't he their best outfield prospect right now or some shit?
Yeah, I mean, he's a secret. Let's look at Timmy T's stats real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, I know. Like, they already brought up Dwight Smith. Or not Dwight Smith, I think, Dom.
They should call his sorry ass up. He's in Binghamton. He is batting .239 with 4 home runs. 21 ribs. He struck out 76 times in 180 at-bats. Holy shit.
Well, I mean, they're going to just, they're probably going to bring him up anyway in September because it's their attendance is god-awful.
Yeah, and they'll bring him up just to pinch run. Like, why not? 40-man roster? Why not cost a double-A prospect that should be in the lineup and getting some quality big league at-bats so he doesn't shit himself when they try to put him in right field next year, you know? But
then Tim Tebow can say he was in the NFL and the MLB. And then terrible. Maybe he can have one really good game like he did against the Steelers. Because Ike Taylor is the worst defensive performance of his life.
Right. And Demaryius Thomas being so fucking wide open and anybody with any throwing ability could thread that pass right on. That was a pretty nice pass, though. I'll give.
Yeah, well, Demaryius Thomas, it was 20 yards, and then Demaryius ran for 50 more.
I think it was a slant.
Literally, it's just Demaryius Thomas and Ike Taylor playing like shit.
Yeah, well, Ike Taylor was bad on that play. Number one,
he was horrible that whole game.
I think it was a sluggo. And Tebow threw the slant, and Demaryius was like, "Oh, okay," and then that's probably what happened. Oh, we fucked up, but I'm gonna just take it to the house. All right, so Timmy T's 239, average higher than Bryce Harper, by the way, and on base percentage of 324. His OPS is 690, which is pathetic. He hasn't been intentionally walked once. Like, no one has said, man, Tebow's up. We should put him on. Like,
well, yeah, we're only going to think like, oh, Tim Tebow's here. We're going to get a few extra fans in the stands.
mm-hmm.
Really about it.
I mean, he's doing better than Jordan. I'll say that. Jordan, his second year was batting like 230, 235.
Like, he was whiffing a lot, too, if I remember correctly.
Jordan was terrible. He at least Tebow has like a pro-looking swing. I wouldn't say it's a pro swing, but it looks...
Well, you need the appearances of a pro swing, and then the Mets will take you. Yeah. You know how it is. That happens all the time.
It's New York. New York has some weird hard-on for Tim Tebow. Like, even the Jets were like, let's sign this guy, you know?
Well, they did that to sabotage his career. Remember, they stashed him on the bench and killed off any sort of momentum he had.
You don't think... I mean, the Patriots brought him into camp, too, to be like their locker room minister.
Their ball boy.
Yeah. No, I think they needed him to pray for them. I think that's the thing. Belichick finally felt guilty. He's like, I've stepped on so many people and told so many lies. Like, I need a little Jesus in my life. And Tim Tebow, you seem like the right guy to do it. Okay. All right. The Cubs are tied with the Brouhahas, but they have a better record. So they got a better percent. What is that in the background, dude?
I don't know. It's somebody's phone.
Somebody's phone, goddammit. And then the Cards are shite, but they have a chance. The Pirates could make a move.
Dude, no. They're irrelevant. Once the reason why they were good, like earlier in the season, was because their schedule was cakewalk.
It's true. Now they're playing real teams.
Now they're playing real teams and getting their asses kicked. It's like, oh boy, we won 2 out of 3 against the Reds. Let's raise a banner.
They suck dick. I've been watching a lot of Trailer Park Boys. One of the greatest series ever. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Trailer Park
Pirates
Boys?
aren't making the playoffs. They might get over 500. Might, if a lot of things go the right way. I just don't see it making the playoffs.
Yeah, buddy. Look at me in my fucking pimp-ass sunglasses, man. Hell yeah. This is the part of the evening where, let's see, I put the sunglasses on. I'll try to be like Casey Neistat. Yeah. All right, anyways. I Hate You, Bob Nutting. That's the best name I've ever heard, Bob Nutting.
Oh boy, that's saying in Pittsburgh right now. It's fucking Bob Nutting, cheap.
Bob Nutting.
There's a difference. Bob Nutting just doesn't give a shit. Yeah, it's like, whatever. We'll pretend we're still competitive into September so we can get people in the seats.
Is he the Rob Ford of Pittsburgh? Like, just doesn't give a fuck, you know? Like, I don't care.
Well, he's not fat. He's not a lard ass, and he's not a cocaine addict.
But he doesn't give a fuck, you know? Like, that should be something. All right. The D-backs are 1.5 game. Well, how are the Dodgers not running away with the NL West? Like,
injuries, and they struggled early. That's what happened, man.
Yeah, well, they've got Clayton Kershaw. They've got fucking... I don't know, man. Why are they so bad, dude? Why are they so bad?
Well, Clayton Kershaw has been injured for a good bit.
Well, yeah, but he shouldn't be allowed
to
be
lost Seager.
Yeah. Jake Arrieta's been really bad for the Phillies.
Rockies have been collapsing to oblivion because they have no pitching.
Yep. Well, they play in the fucking launch pad, dude. They put balls in the fucking freezer.
They've cut it down because of the El Humador. They got rid of that.
See, what happens is...
Giants are still lingering because of that even year magic.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And Mad Bum's finally pitching again.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't imagine being a left-handed batter having to face Mad Bum when he's throwing from first base, basically. His arm angle is so fucking wide. Like, the ball's coming basically from first base, you know. And John Kruk would shit himself. One of my favorite moments of all time is when Kruk faced Randy Johnson, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
and he almost died. That would have been awesome if he just died. But then I think that stressed him out so much he lost a nut from it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's read some super chat. Not some super chat. Let's interact with the chat here. Everyone's doing the you. How'd you come up with that, by the way?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I just like came up with it because it's like, fuck, you Darvish didn't do anything. It's like, that's all I could think of when I heard you Darvish's name is like that opening thing from Soldier Boy song.
Yeah, Soldier Boy.
That is the only thing.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was from Superman at Ho.
Yeah, it was.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Soldier Boy song.
Yeah,
Superman.
Soldier Boy.
Then nobody could get away from it because Soldier Boy has no talent. But whatever.
Yeah, you don't need talent to be anything, right? Look at me, right?
Look at me.
Yeah.
Neither. All I'm saying, man.
I mean,
we just bitch about other people having no talent.
That's not much of a niche, right? That's every niche has a niche, and our niche is talking shit about other people. It's amazing.
Remember, those that can't do, bitch.
I'm showing my age
Every
right
time.
now. I'm old as hell. That's right. Look at me. I got sunglasses on. All right, I'm gonna take them off.
And you have children that
the original
pass on your
Whip
shit posting
Nene.
genes too.
Whip, wash my nay. All right.
No, that song is terrible.
That is a pretty terrible song. This is a whip and a nay. And then Odell Beckham did it. He was like, whip. Now the kids, they do the dabbing. And
No, they do that like that weird like little twitch thing with their hips
they
and
do
their
this
arms,
thing.
whatever
Yeah,
the
this
hell
thing.
that is.
And then they do the...
It's like a bunch of like 8-year-old kids like doing that or like whatever that is.
Right,
Yeah, that thing.
This thing.
Like the gayest thing.
Right. It's all
I don't know what
Fortnite
the hell
dances.
it is. But
That's what's going to happen. These kids are going to grow up. They're going to go to a nightclub and just do Fortnite dances. And they're going to wonder why they went home, that they're at a pizza parlor at 2 a.m. like fighting each other. And they didn't get any pussy. Because they did Fortnite.
well, then they realize,
Awesome.
let's play Battle Royale, except this time you don't respawn and jump off the party bus.
Oh my gosh. Wait until these kids actually sniff a vag. They're going to fucking blow their mind. So they're going to be like, oh shit, this looks nothing like Fortnite.
Like,
Alright, what
is this loot?
What?
Is this a loot box?
Alright. You want to wrap it up? Or do you want to keep going?
Yeah, whatever. Let's keep going.
I don't do I got some announcements to make. So I got
Uh-oh.
here. Let me get up
Uh-oh.
real quick. I haven't even opened this thing yet. Here, I got this off of Amazon. Yeah. Let's open this up. Look what this is right here.
What is that?
Motherfuckers.
Oh, shit.
Look at that.
What am I gonna get? What am
Can
I
you
gonna
see
get?
it?
No, I can't see it yet. Oh my god! It's
Yes. It's a cat. It's the cat. El gato. Yo tengo el gato en mis pantalones. So I got I got my capture card, and I'm gonna be streaming on Twitch. Guess what the first game is gonna be?
fucking Madden.
Nope. Fuck EA Sports and all their fucking bullshit. I fucking made EA
Play
Sports.
Fortnite, aren't you?
Nope.
Like every other fucking
Nope.
streamer on the internet.
Nope. I'm gonna be streaming Super Mega Baseball, bitches. That's right.
Super Mega Base.
Super Mega Baseball. Oh, this thing has HDMI cables. Look at this. Got that.
Oh yeah, that's a capture card, man.
Look at this capture card right here. Got a little. Yes, I should do Minecraft. That would be so avant-garde now to do Minecraft. I could just be very different. Here's my little El Gato sticker.
Could be like you're gonna collab with your 12-year-old son.
So, actually, I do want to troll people with the 15-year-old because he had an idea. He was like, "You pretend that you have Tourette's, and I'll pretend I have narcolepsy, and you keep waking me up." And I was like, "That's not bad. Did you make that up?"
Sounds pretty weird.
Sounds pretty legit.
But it might
though.
get you that click, those clicks.
Yeah, that's
and those
right.
views, man.
Like,
That's what everyone does. And then you'll be like some try-hard YouTube personality that just yells at everything, just like every other YouTuber in existence.
I should be an old man. Like, old man yells at things. That should be my...
They had that before. His name was Angry Grandpa. You could fill that niche again.
Oh,
because
yeah.
unfortunately, he's gone.
What happened to him? Did he die?
Yeah, he died.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He did die. That's like, what's his name? Michael Greenberg or something's dad? Like, yeah, he did literally die. That's what happened. Hold on. I got some more stuff to show you here. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
I got more toys to show everybody here. Look at this thing. All right. This, can you see it? This thing. There.
Camera.
Yeah, it's a Canon Rebel SL2. This is going to be my on-screen like
peeping.
Yeah. So I'm going to be in my videos at some point because I need more content that I generate versus stealing shit.
Yep, you're going to need some more peeping.
Yes. I don't want
That's the sororities. They don't film themselves.
Yes, That's always great. The movie Revenge of the Nerds, like, they go in and they set up cameras in a sorority house, and no one's like, that's like low-key sexual assault right there. Like,
yeah, they just like stay up the whole night just like looking at girls.
Right, and then they print out pictures of the dude's girlfriend and distribute them along campus, and no one gets arrested for it. Everyone thinks it's the funniest thing ever, and I'm like, that's like serious violation.
Well, you couldn't get away with that now. You'd have a bunch of people like screeching about rape culture and stuff. So there's no way you get away with that now.
Isn't that what that is? They break.
Like, could you imagine something like Porky's coming out nowadays?
Oh my god! Yeah, right. Where they film the girls in the shower. Like,
yeah, good luck.
Yeah, that was called the Philadelphia Eagles cheerleading locker room. Nerds. That's right. Everyone knows about Revenge of the Nerds. I wanted to bring up one thing. AirPalm14 asked me on the Discord. Everyone join the Highlight or Sports Heaven Discord, by the way. I don't know how to link it or whatever, but
it's in their Sports Heaven.
Yeah, Sports Heaven. Is that? Oh, I'll link it. Hold on. That's where all the YouTubers hang out. You can get
most of us.
Yeah. Well, most of us, all the ones that matter, hang out there.
We don't have that clickbait Corsembo, man.
You've got, who's in there? Flemlo, KTO?
Brett Coleman, that got him here. He's pretty good.
Who's Brett Coleman? Never heard of him.
Like a football analyst.
Oh.
It's like he's more serious, more detail oriented.
Oh, really? So
yeah.
So we
I've heard of him.
All right. I don't do serious. I do shit talking. All right. Yeah, who else? They got Savage Brick is in there. Joseph Vincent, filmmaker, really good. KTO, yeah.
Chiseled Adonis.
We should get him on.
The Broncos guy.
Yeah, that guy Brandon Perna. Fucking.
Yep. I got that guy.
I've heard of him. He's all right. He's
that Broncos guy.
Yeah, that guy that likes the Broncos. Who else? So, what AirPalm brought up, because I just linked y'all, who hit 100K recently. He wanted to know where the MLB could expand, right? Like, if there are 2 other cities up to 32, where would they expand?
I don't think MLB really needs to expand because they're having issues with attendance regardless.
Who would they contract?
That bubble's going to burst.
Right. Like, who needs to be contracted? The Rays, I think, need to be erased. And the A's, I think we don't need.
Well, the Rays, I think, already have an agreement for a new stadium. I don't think they're going anywhere. I would say more the Marlins, just because that situation is just so damaged. I don't know if there's any way you can really recover.
Yeah, the Marlins need to be deleted. Okay, so say you move the Marlins. Where do you put them? Montreal.
Montreal can get a new stadium, maybe.
It's just like
where would be really feasible? Like Charlotte?
Charlotte's not
Nashville?
a big enough town. Like, they can barely support the Hornets. Like, Charlotte
like
is...
where else would you go? There's nowhere else to really go. Like
Portland, Oregon?
baseball is really saturated per se.
Buffalo?
And most of those baseball franchises, they have minor league teams.
You'd have to go to a city that has no other sport, right? So how about U.S. map that has no major sport? Let's look at a map here.
You're looking probably Hartford.
Des Moines, Iowa. How about that?
They have the Iowa Cubs.
Okay, let's see. What city could support just one major league team? Las Vegas? No. Sacramento's not big enough. Ole, Washington? No. Right? Indianapolis? No.
Maybe. They need to get a bigger stadium. They don't have a big baseball stadium.
New Orleans? No, people don't care. That would be a fucking shit fuck. They'd have to play indoors in New Orleans because you'd get eaten alive by mosquitoes.
Humidity would be awful.
I just don't see another city that could support.
Maybe Oklahoma City, but that's really about it.
Yeah, but they've got a minor league team there that does really well, but the stadium's only like 15,000, you know?
That's the problem. You can't expand unless you get a blitz of support for a new stadium.
Right. You got to have 30,000, you know. I would love to see if they let teams play in smaller markets, like in sort of like a relegation type thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
if your team could kick enough ass to get into the bigs, like why not? You know? Maybe they put one in Monterrey, Mexico. How about that? So they could run drugs. They could get the steroids directly from Mexico, you know? Like that would be good. Should put one in Mexico.
Mexico City or Tijuana.
Maybe they should put a team.
Guadalajara.
Nuevo Laredo. That's what I want to see, man. That's right. We're going to beat those Germans again. That's right. We already beat you fuckers 1-0. That's right. Badges. We don't need no racist badges. Yeah, so anyways, I don't see anybody. Maybe Santa Fe, New Mexico. I mean, they built a stadium in Manaus, right?
Yep. Nowhere. Build one in Montana.
Yeah.
Boise.
Grand Junction, Colorado. Put one out
Cheyenne.
there. Little Rock, Arkansas could support a major league team. Actually, Little Rock is pretty big. The thing is, these cities right here, they do have major league teams, right? Like,
I have AAA baseball teams.
No. They have college teams that are almost the entire economy of that city. Like Lincoln, Nebraska does not exist without shit. Lincoln corn shucker jack off football. That's what happens. Like there's nothing. Like if you ever go to Lincoln, all it is like the stadium and downtown. That's it. That's all I've ever seen there. Columbus, Ohio, same thing. Ohio State is just big as fuck in the middle of the city. It's the only reason it exists. The Lincoln Stars in the USHL. Lynchburg, Virginia. Yeah, that's true. Doesn't survive. Well, there's Lynchburg College, right? Down there. Austin, Texas. All right, Austin, Texas could have a Major League Baseball team. Agree? Yep. Not Odessa, though. Austin could have a major team there, but I'm sure UT Austin fights it. You know, they're like, we don't want anybody messing with our football dollars, even though we're average as fuck down here. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and cut it. Nashville could have a major league team. You're right. 3 teams in Texas? Sure. Why not? All right, Tree, you there? You drinking?
Yeah, I'm here.
You arguing with people? All right. You got anything to say? We're going to sign off, man.
Nah, nothing really, man.
All right. Nothing to say.
Too much background noise. I think it's about time to kill it.
Yeah, it's about time to kill it. So y'all saw all my toys. You saw this
Kill
thing
it.
here. Saw this this thing here. The funny thing, the fucked up thing is I quit my job like 2 weeks ago. I haven't had a single day here in the office making videos. Not once. I'm just like, I thought I quit my fucking job. Anyway.
Isn't that right? Gotta sit back and just laugh at people.
Yep.
I've been mostly working on my real job.
Yeah. What?
Which, unfortunately, people don't know what they're doing. It's kind of a shit show, but whatever. That's what I signed up for.
You know you know why you do that job? Because there's no pressure in it, right? Like,
because I'm a torture.
Yeah.
That's kind of, sort of.
Yeah, there's pressure. I guess when you're like, I mean, but it's solvable too. Like, you know how to get out of every situation. You just have to get out of it, right?
Yeah, I mean, you got to have other people do their shit.
That's true.
You see the other people squirm. It's like, are you kidding me?
Right, but it's not like you're a laboratory with a $600,000 burn rate and you gotta fucking go raise money. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna have to Yinzer mode activate. No, that doesn't happen until football season. Or
no, that doesn't happen until I get like some beers in me, or if the Penguins lose.
What do you got coming out
Better trade
next?
the Pang.
You haven't uploaded in a while, motherfucker. What you got coming out next? Yeah.
I haven't uploaded since, I think, Thursday.
Yeah.
Problem is, like, I'm just, like, trying to focus on writing scripts, and I fucking can't.
I'm actually
fucking bullshit. Most of the time, I'm working on my job, and by that time, I'm just too burned to do anything.
All right, hold on. Tell me what you think is the best out of these are my ideas right here before we sign off. All right, so my dad went to high school with this guy named Brant Allier. He was... it's Rye Allier, the temperature-sensitive baseball player. This guy's average would triple. His batting average would triple in the colder months. So in April and September, he would bat like 350. But during the summer, he'd bat like 190. Like, he couldn't play in the heat. And my dad told me that when they were kids, if it was hot outside, they'd be like, come on, Brant, go out, let's play baseball. He's like, no, it's too hot. And then... So he grew up to be a major leaguer that couldn't hit in the fucking summertime. I think that's interesting.
It does get pretty hot, though.
Right.
Just saying.
Yeah, I know, but still, like, shouldn't you be able to hit a ball? Things you no longer see in baseball, right? So
sold out crowds,
bunts. Yeah, I like that one. Hold on, let me add that to the list. Here's what I got so far. Hold on. Bunts, stealing, hustle, guys who hit just for average, scheduled doubleheaders, chewing tobacco, and sold out crowds. And then the last one I have is, so have you ever read The Long Walk by Stephen King?
No.
Okay, so it's a story about how it's a dystopian future and they line up 100 kids to walk, and basically, you have to maintain the pace of 4 miles an hour, and if you fall below that, you get shot and killed. And so, then whoever the winner is gets whatever they want for the rest of their life. And so it's like this sort of like punishment, like the Hunger Games. So in Sweden, they have this thing called Fortrally, which is basically that march. It's like an intentional death march where you have to maintain the pace, but they have like rolling bathrooms along with it. And then you can get like medical care. But the winner of it went like 5 days, like 251 miles. Fucking ridiculous. I don't know. I don't know if that's interesting or not, but I think it's cool. The title would be The Death March That Is a Sport. And then the last one I have is the fastest a ball can physically travel in each sport. Like, I want to figure out what the actual maximum velocity for a hockey puck is. I'm not saying what the hardest it's ever been hit at. I'm saying literally how fast could a puck go before it disintegrated. I don't know. Fox Sports won the Lao Cow Sports Network. Yeah. All right. So I think it's time to wrap it up. But anyways, you got nothing to say? Let's go ahead and cut it then.
Yeah, let's kill this shit.
Let's kill it. All right. I'm 5 Points Vids. Thank you, everyone, for coming out to the stream. You are the loyal. You're the 300. You're my ride or die. That's right. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right.
It wasn't as much of a dumpster fire as last time.
No, this one was
Thank
good.
God.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah, I had too much background noise, unfortunately, because
Nah,
I was in a
man,
public room. Because I'm a fucking idiot.
Right. Well, for as awful as our streams have been, like that's like the least of.
Fair enough.
Yeah. All right. I'm 5 points vids.
Much.
Along with urinating P.
Peace.